What's up, guys? It's time for the updated tier list with all of the new units in the Mojito update on All-Star Tower Defense. So we're going to be taking a look at all the unit stats and then ranking them on the tier list. Let's go. All right, here's our current tier list, guys. Let me know if there's anything you would like adjusted. All right, I'll look at the comments section after I post this video, and I'll change any of these guys' tiers that you would like if you guys feel like any of them are slightly messed up. But the main focus of this video is, of course, guys, the new units. All right, let's start off with the first unit that we pretty much everybody got this update, Fairy Tactician. She is actually a pretty decent unit. I'll show you her stats real quick. So raid mode stats are going to be 836k for 6, not bad. And then she gets the Fairy Sphere ability as well. All right, there we go. Fairy Sphere ability. Looks like it has something to do with protecting the base. So that's my guess of what it does. I'll go read the wiki real quick. Yeah, so it's a great raid mode ability, guys. Enemies will be prevented from walking the base for 35 seconds. This ability is a one-time use. So it's kind of like, what's it called? It's kind of like Funny Valentine. So not bad at all, and decent enough stats and electric. So not bad at all. I'm going to give it in the good for where did it go? Oh, I hate when this happens. All right, so in my opinion, she's good enough for the raid tier level. So I'm gonna put her in A tier, guys, meaning she's good for raid mode, but not really infinite mode. Now, she does have some decent infinite mode stats as well. All right, 6. So not actually bad. So she's okay infinite mode DPS, but, you know, nothing to write home about. All right, next up, we got the Star Pass unit. All right. So she's all right. Now, she is single target off the rip, which is kind of sad, but that's life. But then she does become better. And she's actually a unique unit, though, and she's kind of a nuke unit, and she's really, really affordable. But what that means, guys, is she's not really viable for infinite mode whatsoever, but her nuke's okay. So overall, I'd probably say she's kind of like low A tier. Actually, she's technically support, so I'll put her in the support tier. She's kind of a nuke. I'd probably say like B tier. She's good, but like, dude, I mean, the nuke just isn't that crazy. So maybe like A- tier. Nothing too wild. I think the nuke is only like a multiplier of her current. It's a weak nuke. All right, next up we got Dazai. Now Dazai is actually a tag team unit. We'll probably do a tag team unit challenge later. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. All right, he basically summons a bunch of henchmen, and he doesn't actually do any damage himself, but his bodyguards do. Look at that. Not bad stats. Not bad stats, and you know, nothing too crazy here. Overall, though, I wouldn't really say it's like meta or anything. This is level 1 though, so it does get better. So I mean, pretty actually decent stats now that I think about it. So I'd probably say for raid mode, pretty good, but definitely no real potential in infinite mode. So this guy is gonna have to go to the probably low A tier, more of a raid mode unit. All right, next up we have Amelia. Amelia is one of the units that got a buff this update, and she actually became really raid mode viable. Basically what they did is, let me go upgrade the enemy HP a bunch. What they did was they turned her into an ultimate time stop unit, however a very, very, very low budget one. So she's actually kind of more of a support unit now. So let me upgrade a little bit more. All right, let's spawn in some units, and I'll show you guys exactly what it does. Here we go, Blizzard. All right, now it's kind of an ultimate time stop ability. There we go, and it actually lasts a decent amount of time. Like, it's a respectable time stop. So if you're in raid mode, you definitely want to use her, because that time stop for that price is absolutely insane. So let's go rank her now. All right, I'm gonna move her. She wasn't like the F tier basically, but now she's actually good enough to be A tier support. So not a bad unit at all if you guys are doing raid modes, or yeah. And she's basically a banner Z unit, so she's really easy to get. All right, next up we got Escanor. This guy got a buff as well. I actually did test out his damage. His damage is a lot better. So his damage is good enough. He's doing like 50 million for 9 with max rage. His damage is good enough, in my opinion, to put him into the A tier. So he was in the B tier, and now we're moving him all the way up to the A tier after the buff. And one other unit that got a buff, guys, is Tengen. And Tengen actually got a pretty nice buff as well. So I'm going to put the Tengen buff in like a high B tier. Very good. Definitely recommend you guys take a look at that. All right, you'll probably like it. All right, so next up we have probably one of the most wild units in the game. We have Patchface. This guy is actually insane. Blade Rush, all right, Distorted Barrage, and Domain of Perfection. This guy's actually a low budget Aizen. Yeah, so apparently what people are telling me he does is Let's see here. All right, well, we kind of got to use him anyway. He basically is a low budget Aizen on this upgrade. So let's go test that out real quick. All right, we'll spawn in a bunch of enemies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we'll spawn like 10 enemies. And here we go. So low budget Aizen. Okay, well, whoever told me that was capping. But I probably just got the upgrades, you know, messed up. So here we go, guys. Oh, okay. So here we go. Upon activation, Patchface Transfigured activates his domain expansion, touching the souls of a boss, mini-boss in range, and converting them into transfigured enemies, which are portrayed as clones similar to Aizen Final's Hypnosis Takeover. However, this ability can only be used on mini-bosses and bosses, and will only pick one boss and clone it. One per path. So basically, it is a very, very, very low budget Aizen. All right, the next upgrade, guys, all right, is only affordable in infinite mode. And this one, all it does is heal your base to 7.5 billion. And I believe this one can also only be used once per game. All right, it can only be used one time per game. It has an infinite global cooldown. So not bad to have 7.5 billion HP, but not really meta, but useful. And then instant spirit buff. So instant spirit buff takes his damage and ups it by like 50%. So that's really nice. All right. So a permanent 30,000 damage to his current damage. Okay. I really don't get the point of this. Why is this an ability? But it should just, that makes no sense, but okay. But overall, his abilities are kind of eh. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't realize how kind of mid his abilities are, so I'm gonna put him in A tier support. Y'all can let me know what you think about that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put him in like, he actually has raid mode potential though, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll put him in S tier, low S tier, but he's more of a raid mode support. So he's not bad, but just raid mode support. All right, next up we have a couple units that I didn't rank before. So I'm just going to speed rank these. This guy's actually half decent. I'm going to give him like high B tier. He's pretty good for raids only though. Master X is also pretty good. I'm going to put him in B tier somewhere. Polnareff is a really good ability unit. S tier support. Very, very good ability unit. Definitely recommend it. And then we got the new unit, Dazai, 7-star. All right, this guy is a little bit wild. All right, Dazai, 7-star. So you can see his stats right here. 7 million at level for 8. Not terribly great stats, I'm not going to lie. However, he does have this ability. Upon activation of this ability, a cutscene plays. During the cutscene, all enemies on the map, so it's not based on range, turns into regular enemies. So basically, it's like a Apollo, but better. Within the duration of the ability, every enemy currently on the map takes 100% more damage from all sources. So basically, it also increases the damage of the abilities as well, which is really good. And then he also has a special effect as well. I don't know if it's listed anywhere. Yeah, he has this ability called Tight Bane, which adds elemental piercing to the unit as well as 2x damage to enemies with a title. So that is also his cool passive ability. So there you go, guys. Those are all the new units ranked. Let me know what you think about them. Obviously, this guy is going to go into low S tier. He's kind of a support unit, though. I'm not going to lie. So I'll put him in S tier support, maybe a damage unit, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.